Yeah, thank you, D-Mark. Really appreciate the opportunity to be here today. Really just want to say thank you to the sponsors and all you guys being here covering high school sports. It means a lot to not only myself but these kids. I know it's very important to them to see you guys here. Coming off of last season, we didn't kind of end it the way we wanted to. We ended it at the place we wanted it to be at, but not the way we wanted it to end. Kind of going into this off season, it's kind of lit a fire in these guys. I think for us, we got a big senior group coming back, but we're also really young in a lot of key areas. And I think that, this off season's been very good for us. We were 38 seconds away from hosting up a blue map. And you can kind of tell that it eats at these guys. And I can tell going into this off season that it was going to be a good one. Each guy that is with me today means a lot to our program. Our program's built on competing for championships, and that's what we do. And I think last year, winning the region, winning the South State Championship, it's just going to show that, these guys and the legacy that they're building for not only themselves, but continuing that standard for Lanett is extremely important. The guys I brought with me today, I'll start over here to my right. Got number 0, RJ Tucker. RJ is kind of our Swiss Army knife. He can do anything for us. He's been a dependable football player for 4 straight years. Even started some as an 8th grader. We're not afraid to do that at Lanett. And he's been very instrumental for us on offense. Last year he took the running back duties early on, ran for about 800. We had some receiver injuries go down, and RJ I said, hey man, need you to go out wide? He went out wide and caught a bunch of touchdown passes in the playoffs. Guy to my right here, Trey Jackson. Trey plays offensive and defensive line for us. Trey is Mr. Dependable. If you want something done, Trey Jackson's gonna get it done. And really excited for the season that he's got coming up. Trey's really worked on his body trying to get it right and get going to have a great senior season. To my left right here, number 54, Jalen Hill. Jalen's committed to Missouri to play offensive line. He's coming off a Lineman of the Year finalist decision as well for 2A. Really excited to see the season that he's going to have and continue to grow coming off of last year as well. On my far end down here, got number 55, Braylon Chambers. Braylon's the guy, man. He's the selfless guy. He's played running back for us growing up, 8th, 9th, 10th grade. I asked him last year to move down to the line, and he did it. And he did it without saying any words. Goes down, ends up coming an all-state D lineman. Could be an all-state guard as well. He's just a great football player and a great individual. All 4 of these guys are going to have opportunities to play at the next level, and I'm just really excited to see their senior season. With that, go ahead and open it up for questions.
Yeah, Coach, you did a great job last year getting to the championship. I know that was tough. How hard was it to digest it and get ready?
Yeah, extremely tough, D-Mark. I ain't gonna lie to you now. As a competitor, you want to win every game. And I think for me, I could have been better for my kids. I think that's why it's so hard for me, But sometimes you got to pick yourself up, dust yourself off and keep it moving. For these boys, I know that it hit them hard, but I will tell you this, you go to give them a few weeks off and next thing you know, they're wanting to get in that weight room. So that's a good sign, and I think for us as a program, like I said earlier, we want to end where we were, but we want to be hosting a different color trophy, and but yeah, it was difficult, but sometimes life throws you curveballs and you just got to hit the next one out of the park,
Coach, I know last year was kind of all about like re-implementing that Lanett standard, and obviously y'all did a great job with that. Going forward, is there anything that you have to do, or is it kind of the players lead the way in making sure that standard sticks going forward?
Yeah, great question. Yeah, I think for us, one thing you'll see when you come in the field house now is protect the standard. Like, we've set it back to where it needs to be. Now we got to protect it and keep it there. And I think for each one of these guys, they've been through some tough times now. It ain't just, sunshine and rainbows for them, last year. Yeah, that's awesome. But they've also seen the tough times when we were 5-5. And I think that also is beneficial, And it's also good too, because we're going to play a lot of freshmen this year. I mean, they have a massive senior class and a massive freshman class, and all those freshmen are talented, and these guys know that. But for them to experience good things early on in their career is good, right? But I think going ahead, protecting that standard is going to be, the key for us this year.
And Coach, do you have a starter picked out for the quarterback position yet, or what's the plan for quarterback going into this season?
Yeah, great question, man. We lost a really, really key figure last year in Fred Broughton. Fred was a 3-year starter for us. Fred was, when he came to us, he really didn't want to play football, but he was a good football player for us and ended up becoming a great quarterback. Ran for 500 yards, threw for 1,600. I mean, it was one of those great years where he led our troops well. And, this year we're going to have a young guy leading the troops, Jaden Stiggers, 8th grader, but probably one of the top athletes we've got in the school. His brother started for me last year as an 8th grader at safety, PJ Stiggers, and Jaden's probably going to have that opportunity to do that as well. We do have some other guys that are going to have the opportunity to possibly help out there too. But right now we're going to run with a young guy, and I think he's done a good job of leading these guys. He's not a big vocal dude, which no 8th grader is, but he's got the moxie. He's got that it factor, and these guys know it.
Yeah, Coach, coming off a phenomenal season last year, in the 3 losses, you lost by a combined 12 points. What do you have to do this year to kind of get over the hump in those really tough, close games?
Yeah, great question. I think for us is, the word for us last year was finish, right? I hate to be coach cliche here, but finishing is a key part for us, and I think, at the end of the game, you can look back and say a lot of different things, but the buck stops with me. I mean, at the end of the day, I got to be better for my kids, and find ways to put them in good situations to win in those tough spots. Our program's built on 3 things. We're going to stop the run on defense. We're going to play great defense. We're going to run the football effectively and take our shots, and then we're going to play great on special teams. I know every coach says that, but that's really our motto. That's what we believe. And, I think going ahead, we've got to be really, really good and disciplined in certain areas, and we can't take things off.
Morning, Coach. 3 years into your tenure here at Lanett, can you just talk about the journey to get from, like you said, those 5-5 seasons to being, seconds away from the state championship, and how do you build forward?
Yeah, I think for us, it was really trying to get it turned around back to the standard, right? Winning championships. Coach Story had it there, in 19, 17. But, it's not even that, man. It's getting it back right where the kids are being held accountable. There's discipline back in the program. Our kids know the voices, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's a big thing. I was able to return all of my coaching staff from last year, add some good guys that are going to help, some former player type guys. And when you got both coordinators that led the offense and defense in, the top 10 category for the state last year, and being able to return those guys, that's big, Not many schools can say that. A lot of places want to poach those guys. And for us to hold on to them, and the job that they do is very, very good. And just blessed to have them. They help with that turnaround.
Coach, you said keeping with the standard. What do you want fans in the community and even future opponents to know what's different about this team this year?
Yeah, this team right here, man, last year was a fun group. I think all these guys right here, if you ever ask them, that group was fun to be around. Now, they were jokesters. They were lively. They loved to just be active and out and joking around. This group right here, they're really serious. They're just old school guys. I hate to say it like that, but they just got a little demeanor about them, that's a little different. They're very focused, they're detailed, nothing really gets by them, and if you can tell them to do anything, they're going to do it. They're a hard-working group. They've always been like that, though. They've seen guys that had to do that when they were young, when they were in 7th and 8th grade, and even to now.
Coach, let's get the players up, if we will, and get them to talk a little bit. We'll go to this side. Tell your name and talk a little bit about last year, the great year, and then transition to this year to try to close it out.
My name is DeAndre Jackson, class of 27. I play offensive line and defensive line. The difference between this year and last year is we're working very hard to get back where we were. Like, we got to be very hungry. Coach always tells us every day we be 30 seconds. All we had last year was 38 seconds. We gave up. So every day we running, we finishing. He told us we got to be 38 seconds better, get a call to 9 to get back where we were last year.
Great answer, great answer. Same question for all of you. And look, going to the championship game's phenomenal, so don't take that as a bad. That's incredible.
My name is Rankizia Tucker, class of 2027. I play right receiver in DB. What was the question again?
Difference between almost the 38 seconds and coming back this year and try to make that.
Difference between this year and last year, like Coach said, we're a very small team, and practice very hard in practice. The coaches challenges us in practice. They challenge us. My bad, Coach.
That's all right. That's all right.
They always pushing us to finish through all quarters. You have to finish through all quarters from the beginning to the end. And that's it.
Thank you. And the two on the end over here, 54 and 55.
My name is Jalen Hill. I play O-line and D-line, class of 27. I would say the main difference from last season to this season is the demeanor of the team. Like we just want to get back to the state championship and win the blue map. So I would say everybody just wants it this year. They're working hard for it every day, just working out, conditioning. Everybody's just conditioned and just want that blue map again. So
there you go. All right, 55, come on up.
My name is Brandon Chambers, class 27, O-line, D-line. Thing for last year to this year is, we came up short 38 seconds. We thought we had it, and then we didn't, but this year we really pushing everybody to finish. That's what the coach has been feeding to this summer. And focus and helping young guys lead. That's it.
All right, Coach McDonald, I'll ask you a couple more questions before we go. Schedule-wise, you got a little different schedule than you had in Class 2A. Talk about that if you
will. Yeah, new region. Really excited about this region. Got some older foes from back in the day coming into it. With Dable, Randolph County, B.B. Comer. Still got some of the same familiar faces: Horseshoe Bend, Reeltown, Ranburn, Central Coosa. So a lot of good quality football teams in that region. And I think this is the deepest 2A's been in a while. If you go down and look through the list, and just really excited about it. And then the non-region games, we were able to secure Loachapoka. Coach Hall runs a really good program down here at Poka, and we're excited to play them. Been region opponents for the last few years, and then you got Valley back on the schedule. That's a big one for us. Not just the kids knowing each other, but also the community. My dad played at Lanett, my mom went to Lanett, grandparents, aunts, uncles, all that jazz. And the thing you hear a lot is that rivalry. My brother went to Valley, my cousins play there. It's a cool, unique deal. And at the end of the day, these guys want to win. And that's a big one. And also rivalry in the middle of the year, Lafayette. Them moving down to 1A, that's a little different. Playing them in the region the past few years, but it's been good to see them stick there with us, and it's going to be good to have them as well.
Coach, thank you so much. Appreciate what you do.